What's up guys, ProDragon07 here with a very important video. Growing up as a RuneScape player, you are bound to hear a lot of useless platitudes from your family and your friends, such as take all things in moderation, or don't quit your job so you can take RuneScape more seriously. Maybe some short-sighted individuals will say things like, stop playing that game 16 hours a day. You have to remember that people who say things like this are very stupid, and they're coming from a place of fear and ignorance. They can be completely ignored, but if for some reason these people are getting in your head, you're starting to believe them, this video will confirm why RuneScape should always be your #1 priority. What you will inevitably find if you look in the right places is that OSRS teaches you every life lesson you'll ever need to know. Let's start with this whole hard work concept that boomers never shut up about. Some people like to think that you couldn't possibly be working hard if you're unemployed playing video games all day. These people couldn't be more wrong. If you have some AFK time in game, maybe while doing some woodcutting or fishing, make sure to educate these people on the absolutely treacherous grinds that you had to overcome in OSRS. Maybe you went dry on the fishing barrel and had to spend days, if not weeks, toiling away in Temperos, dealing with unrelenting tidal waves and non-stop thunderstorms. The grind never stopped, but you persevered. Or maybe your first Infernal Cape took well over 100 attempts, but that didn't stop you from fighting through the same waves over and over again, only to plank on wave 63 again. Yet you kept pushing. Don't let some retail supervisor or marketing associate talk down to you. You worked twice as hard as them without even having a job. Next time you're at a family gathering, go into a fit of rage and slam your fists loudly on the dinner table as you rattle off everything that you've accomplished with your OSRS account. It doesn't matter what your family's like, they will surely be very impressed, not just with your account, but also your unwavering confidence in the face of doubt. You can take my word for it on this one. I did this 3 years in a row at Thanksgiving, and now they don't even bother inviting me, probably because they're just jealous of my account. Now let's talk about higher education. People like to use their fancy degrees to make themselves feel superior. The thing they don't realize though is you can learn everything you need to know about literally any subject you can think of just by playing OSRS. There are 23 skills in this game, and to progress your account in any meaningful way, you will need to master all of them. You have the knowledge and experience in disciplines all the way from raising crops with farming to literally building an entire house from scratch with construction. In RuneScape, you learn through experience, something that cannot be said about traditional education. Some people might say that the atmosphere of college is something worth experiencing. So many diverse opinions, so many interesting people. This is not true at all. Anyone who says this is coping. I went to college for a week and I didn't meet a single interesting person. Everyone interesting is already playing OSRS. You aren't going to meet them in real life. If you want to meet some interesting people, just go to Wintertodt and start disagreeing with everyone. Also, if you've already done the dig site quest, then you have your level 3 dig site certification, which is basically equivalent to a PhD in archaeology. The next item on the list is the importance of socializing, as of course humans are social creatures. This is exactly why OSRS has a chat function. You can do all of your socializing in game, and there's really no good reason to do it anywhere else. The thing about talking to people in real life is that there's a good chance they don't play OSRS, or they don't even know what it is, or worse, they think it's a waste of time. Not to mention, when you talk to people IRL, it will undoubtedly cause you to lose XP whether you are on the game or not. Try taking a phone call while 3-tick fishing and see if you keep your XP rate. You probably won't. When you talk to people in game, however, you share a common goal. You both are looking to improve your RuneScape accounts. Even if you end up in a massive argument about politics or maybe about who is better at the game, there's a mutual respect between all OSRS players, or maybe not a mutual respect, but at least a mutual understanding that this game is the most important thing in the world. Above all else, playing OSRS will make you an excellent judge of character, which is a life skill that many people never acquire. Just like in real life, there are a lot of terrible people in OSRS. However, this game will give you the tools to more easily spot these people than any real life scenario possibly could. Take something like scammers, for example. Play OSRS for literally a week and you'll be able to spot scammers both in-game and in real life with stunning accuracy. This experience could easily be translated into the real world at a moment's notice. It's a valuable life skill, and just by virtue of being a veteran of this game, I would have no problem getting a job as a high-ranking official in the FBI or maybe the CIA if I chose to. I just don't want to because then I won't have time to gain XP. If you want to get technical about it, one of these whole job things might make me more money than being an avid scam avoider in OSRS, but picture it this way. There's a pretty decent chance that if I decided to actually get a job instead of playing OSRS constantly, I'd make so much money and yet gain so little knowledge that I'd become an easy target for scammers in real life. At that point, I'd likely get scammed out of my entire real life bank because I would no longer have the tools to defend against this kind of thing, and there's no ignore list in real life either. I don't have the exact numbers, but I'd say around 70% of people who have never played RuneScape end up losing their life savings to scammers. OSRS will also teach you how to identify useless people from the ground up. In real life, you may have to find this out about someone the hard way, but in OSRS, you can just look at their stats and KCs, and there you go. You now know this person's worth. It can get really annoying in the real world, not being able to high scores check people and determine how you're going to treat them based on that. In OSRS, you see that 1400 total level, it tells you all you need to know. This person is lazy, probably very stupid, and should be treated with absolutely no respect. Or on the flip side, maybe the person you look up has a better account than you, at which point you can immediately downplay the fact that you play this game all day every day and imply that they are in fact the one that has no life. Then of course you can use this as motivation to grind even harder, while constantly high scores checking this person as you gain levels and get KCs, and then completely flipping your attitude once you surpass them. You really can't lose here. At the end of the day, as long as you're putting in the hours, you're in good shape. All you have to do is adjust your mindset and embrace OSRS as the most important thing in the world. I will see you guys in the next one.